Great. Let's get up here, share. And there and starts. All right. Thanks for joining us today, everyone. Today is December 3rd, right? Already.
Yep.
Wow. It is December. So we're getting ready to, do a lot of business planning and planning for next year or even later this year, but things are going to do, and you should be doing more open houses for in 2025. So this is a very good topic for a lot of people, open house safety. So Deb, we'll jump into it. Go ahead.
So here's a little statistic, just so you know, before we get into that. There are a lot of agents who say, oh, open houses don't do anything for me. They're a waste of time. I don't believe that. I think that if the open house is not a waste of time, especially if you're a newer agent and want to try and build your book of business, this is a good way to do it, because a lot of people are going to be coming to the open house that may or may not have an agent already. If they don't have an agent already, then that's your in right there. You know they're interested in buying a house, so create your dialogues with them. So just a little tidbit about that. But we're talking about safety today. So the NAR 2024 report says that 34% of agents felt unsafe during an open house, and 73% of realtors have personal safety protocols. So regardless of what your gender is, it has nothing to do with that. You need to make sure that you're safe when you're doing open houses and when you're doing showings. So some of the things that we talk about, you can incorporate into all aspects of your real estate business. But we want you to be safe. There are definitely apps that you can download, and you can do your research when you're trying to look people up, when you're dealing with the buyers and the sellers themselves with Forewarn, but this is for people that are coming to your open house. So you can go to the
Exactly.
next one.
There we go.
Um, Make sure that your smartphone signal is strong, that you have 100% battery on it, or you have a portable charging block with you. Sometimes when you're in a place that is not, you might have poor cell service. So check your service to make sure you know whether it's good or not before you start, right? You can download your personal safety app, is what I kind of was talking about before. Here's a couple different ones. There's Be Safe, there's Watch Over Me, and then you can hit this website right there that has the top 10 personal safety apps there. The one that we used to use all the time uh, isn't working anymore. So I don't know what they're doing with that. The
Yeah.
Safe
Yeah.
Agent.
The same, yeah. Sometimes a lot of these stuff starts and then it dies out because
Yeah,
it's new. You never know. So always check to make sure it's working.
yeah.
Yeah.
But even if you don't have an app like that, you can let someone know where
Mhm.
you are during that time. And if you want to even have them talking to you while you're there, you can have somebody else with you as well. They don't have to be a real estate agent. They can be anybody, as long as you're not in the house alone. You want to also, you can go to the next one.
Yeah,
Make
go ahead.
sure that you're setting the stage, so to speak. So there's your plus one, right? Have somebody
Mhm.
else with you. Make sure you're checking in with people hourly. If you're going to be there for 3 hours, hit somebody every hour. I'm going to call you every hour, or I'm going to text you every hour, right? Make sure you're checking all the rooms when you get there, to make sure that you are alone when you first start up. Know where your escape routes are. Survey the backyard, I'm sorry, and inform a neighbor that you're having the open house too. So that's setting your stage. Just be aware of your surroundings, look for all your exits, uh, keep other doors that are in the house locked, so there's only one entry and one exit. So people can't come in and out of all the other doors. If they want to go outside, and you're showing them around, you can always open the door for them then. But just know where you are, have your escape routes planned, and always carry your phone on you. Anything to add as far as those go?
No, there's great things there. I'll add some things at the end.
Okay.
I don't want to
Make
jump the gun
sure
and say something that's going to be on a slide.
it's okay. It don't matter if it is or not. When it's open house day and you're getting ready, don't park in the driveway so that people cannot block you in. Always park on the road. Have a sign-in sheet and just prompt people to sign up when they're coming in for safety reasons, right? Oh, we need to make sure that the seller knows who's coming in and out of the house, that kind of thing. You can always do the sign up on a tablet if you have a tablet. And you can use this followupboss.com is a really nice um, website that you can go to that has sign up sheets, and it also has open house scripts in case you want to know how to speak to people. Walk behind the visitor, not in front of the visitor, and avoid certain areas. So don't get stuck in closed knit areas, and always be aware of what's happening around you. Hopefully, the goal is to have a busy open house, so that you're always talking to someone. When you're walking through the open house, like I said, keep yourself behind the person, let that person go into the room first, and you can stay at the doorway if you feel a little bit weird or something. But if you have that other person with you and you're not there alone, just let them know, keep an eye out, watch for visitors that are coming through the door. They can always greet them and say that you're working with someone else, but you'll be right with them. Just sign in. Always be conscientious, though, of what unlicensed people can say and can't say to people when they're helping you if they're not licensed. But you definitely can have others with you. Showcase good features in the house when you're walking through them. So that's not safety, but that's just open house etiquette in general. Um, Anything to add about this part?
Nope, go ahead. We'll go to the next slide.
Always make sure that you are preparing your seller too for their best practices, right? They want to put their valuables away. They want to put their medication away. Anything that has personal information on it, or electronics, or spare sets of keys, put them away so that people can't pick them up. Maybe, especially keys. Now, think about this. A lot of people have something that's hanging on their wall that has keys on it, right? Well, you don't want to have your house keys hanging on the wall so that someone can come by and pick them up and take them with them, right? Not a
Right.
cool
Yeah.
thing. You may think it's a great thing because you're not going to forget where your keys are, but you don't want to have someone else do that. And we're not necessarily thinking the bad things all the time. People aren't that bad, but you got to be aware of situations where it might happen. So let's not do that. Or even kids, if somebody's got kids that are going through the open house with them as well, they like to pick things up, right? And they don't think
Right.
about the fact that it doesn't belong to them, that it belongs to someone else. So just prepare your sellers to put things away. People like
Yeah.
me who work at home as well, I have a roll top desk. So I'll just close the desk and lock it when people are coming through the house. And then they can't see the personal stuff that's going on there when I'm working and such like that. So just little things for you to be aware of, and also for your sellers to be aware of, uh, that you don't want to
Yeah,
have.
we
Go ahead.
no, that's it's important, but not what doesn't happen too often. But we do, every couple times, every once in a while, we have sellers that call our agent going, something's missing. But two things usually happen. One, they don't know 100% if it was during the open house, so they can't. And then there's no way to figure out if it was somebody from the open house. And then they get mad at you thinking that you did something wrong to help not protect them. So remind them is that make sure you like exactly what you said is just make sure everything's away and make note of what's here and not here so you don't all of a sudden think. And I know, for doing this for 30 years, many times over the years I've had sellers that this is missing, and when we go, well, then we have to call the police department and find out. But let's double check and talk to your family, talk to your friends or whoever was in your house, not before or after the open house. whatever it is, before you file a police report and start accusing. And 99 times out of we never hear from the sellers again because they found whatever they were looking for, or their kids touched it, or whatever. But again, just like I said, whatever it could possibly be that has any value or any safety issues, tell them to get rid of or hide or lock so we don't have any issues, or make sure no one's grabbing anything, their family. And don't tell them, I took the keys off the thing, oh, someone took the keys, or, something.
Yeah, right. Uh, I know the
Yeah.
leaves have,
Oh,
have pretty much already changed, but I thought this was cute that it said the leaves are changing. And so is real estate. Give me a call for some pumpkin spice and advice. I thought it was pretty cute. So I thought I'd give that
yeah.
little share to you guys. You can use that either on your social media or to send out to people that you know and stuff, because you can use this anytime. It doesn't have to necessarily be when the leaves are changing, but it's the same. Real estate is changing as well. So I don't know how many of you got into conversations about real estate during the holiday, but I did. So
Right. It always does. But I want to
yeah.
go back to one other thing I wanted to add for safety reasons is that I saw on a class a while ago is with, people can are worried about being recorded, are worried. Yeah, I remember many years ago seeing something about home security, just having a sign that you have a home security system. It stops people from even figuring out if you really do have one, or if you turn it on. But so I know that some agents can. I don't know if any of our agents have done this, but I thought it was a good idea. Have put signs out in their open house, like right before in the driveway when people are walking up, that the house is under, live surveillance or being recorded. There's devices, so you notify people so they know, even though there might not be. But they think that they have the sense of that they're being recorded the minute they walk in that house, and obviously that might deter somebody that might be some type of wrongdoing on that. So, and
That
of
is a
course, if anybody
perfect.
says, "Well, I'm not coming in your open house because I'm being recorded," I don't know why. So if anybody says, "Oh, well, I don't want to do that," then some people might not come in. I'm like, "You're going through an open house. Who cares? If you're being recorded or not." So.
Yeah, that's perfect. I used to have a sign in my yard when I lived alone in my house that said that I had video surveillance on the property. It was wired for that, but I didn't have it hooked up, but nobody knew that. So
Right.
it
It
worked.
could
I
only, it
lived
could only,
alone,
yeah,
so
oh yeah. And today, I mean, I haven't searched that, but I'm sure if you went onto Amazon and found yard sign that says, a house under live surveillance or something like that, you'll find something for like 10, 15, $20. Bring it to your open houses, put it up on the walkway to the house. It could only help deter anybody that might be thinking something.
yeah,
All
I
right.
agree. That's a perfect thing. So I'll have to add that to my repertoire there when I'm talking to people. So we're
And
getting
we've
towards
got
the end of the year. So we got Mike's
yep,
doing one more class, excuse me, working with buyers tomorrow. Hasha's
exactly.
Hasha's got core ethics on the 5th. Um, the real estate economic outlook is going to be January 2nd with Hesh. And then I did put this little reminder to everybody that the workplace is going away, all of you Century 21 Homestar people, and they have started a Facebook group there. So I put the little URL for the Facebook group there. Watch your emails. Your invitation is already in there. You can go there and sign up for that. That's going to be in place of the workplace. So instead of going through your 21 online to talk to all of your agents and stuff, they did finally incorporate that into Facebook, so it's all in one kind of place. It's still a private group. Nobody else can get in, but at least it's going to be easily accessible to you guys instead of going through the other thing. So everything is still going to be
Exactly.
there. It's just going to be on
Right.
regular Facebook. So I
Is
thought
that
that
one
was
live
good.
now, or is it going to be live, or it is live now?
It's live now. I don't know how much stuff they have on there. I tried it before the holiday, so I know it was working before the holiday. But
All right. No,
I don't know if they got
I,
them all together yet, but I did my sign in to see if it actually worked, and it worked. So that's why I put that out there.
yeah, no, I was going to check that out, see if the sign in was a little bit easier than workplace and that. So hopefully it
Yeah.
is. Good. Because sometimes it's like, how do I log in? As I'm clicking it and all of that. So hopefully maybe this will be a little bit easier. But I know probably when they finally shut down Workplace 100%, I'm sure there'll be more content, more people going to it and all of that. But no, I've had lots of agents get some good tips and things. So the main thing I wanted to tell people about this that I felt what was good about connecting with agents around the area is that sometimes, especially and Deb, you might agree with this too. Sometimes new agents go, "Oh, can I pick the brain of one of our top agents to see what they do and where they market and what they do?" I say they're going to be helpful, but they're not going to tell you exactly what they do because you're competition in the area. They're not going to say, "Oh, you should place an ad." Or you should do this and say this. They're not going to tell you exactly, kind of like a chef telling you exactly what their recipe is, because
Yeah.
some they don't want you to know because you
Yeah.
you might steal it and do exactly, and then you're advertising with that. So, but reaching out to be connecting with agents around the country, and someone in a different market has no problem telling you what they do, knowing it's not going to affect their market and their business. So some agents feel better being open in these groups and with other agents than just talking to agents within their own office, if that makes some sense there. So,
It definitely does. And that is a great way to put it because I do have people that ask me that all the time. And I'm like, there are people who will mentor you, but they're not going to give you all of their secrets. They're just going to tell you some stuff. Now, with the exception of Mike Ferrante, if you go to his YouTube channel,
right.
he doesn't care. He shares all of his secrets with everybody. So you can learn a lot just going through YouTube. But yeah, this place, the workplace, just so everybody knows, is not where you do work. It's where you talk to others about work and stuff.
Right.
So,
And
and that's what,
yeah, the best part about it, but to bring up Mike, I bring this up. A lot of agents over the years ask me, "Can I talk to Mike and how he grew from 2008 when he got his license to a single agent doing this part time to having one of the top teams in Century 21 was number one last year. Hopefully, be number one or two or three this year too." But I said, if you want to talk to him, but he's going to tell you things that you should do and what he did, and there's no secret to it. It's all or 87% of his business comes from referrals and past business and asking for referrals and following up with past business and your sphere of influence and the people in your database. So there's no surprise, there's no secret in that because you can't have his people. So some
right,
people think Mike, because he's top agent, they think it's like, oh, he's buying leads from Zillow or Realtor. Some they think they're gonna pick his brain and he's gonna tell him like the secret sauce. This is what you add. This no, it's this. It's stuff that you have to start building, and it takes time to do. It's not. There's no special thing.
yeah. The
So,
secret sauce is working really hard and talking to a lot of people
right.
every day, all day long. That's the secret sauce, you
Right.
know?
And the sad part or funny part, I always say funny because, and no disrespect to any agents that think this every once in a while. Every once in a while, I get a call from an agent. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you telling Mike or what are you doing, Mike, to make him more successful than any other agent? I'm like, nothing. There's nothing we can do. We make money when our agents make money. We're successful when you're successful. If there's something Mike was doing that was easy to do, I would tell all of our agents do this, put an ad here, play, do that. So everybody does well, but it's not that easy. If
Right,
I wish it was, I would tell you there's no reason why me, Debbie, Brenda, Julia, Carly, any of us wouldn't tell you exactly what to do because when you sell, we make money. There's nothing we're keeping, no information we're keeping from anybody. There's no easy or magic way to do this. But it's always good to back to the global network is to see what other agents are doing or how they're doing things or saving money and connecting with people, and you might find an idea that you like. So All right.
Yep.
Well, that's all for today. Thanks for watching us. Let me get out of the share, stop sharing. And there we are. So we'll see you next week, right? Next week. And I forget what day Christmas or Christmas Eve time. We might miss 1 week, right? Like 2 weeks from now
Um, we
or New
have
Year.
the 10th and then we have the 17th and then Christmas Eve is the 24th and New Year's Eve is the 31st. So we'll probably
Yeah,
have
so we
two
probably
more
missed
this year.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 2 more this year, but of course, reach out to Debbie or myself, get on our calendar, and we'll be happy to help you out and get you ready for next year. So that's it. Have a good one, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.